Okay guys, it's Anthony here, Super Service. I've got Loy's truck here. We are gonna do a cold start. It's got a Operation Milkshake. I'm gonna go ahead and get all hooked up to it, get connected, and let's do it. Run a little diag here. Okay, it's showing 218,000 miles on it. 218,463. Okay, I'm showing dreaded 132B cylinder 4 contribution balance. Oh, and a map sensor. Let's see if the map sensor is got an issue with it. Yeah, I'm just showing 132B. So let's 132B, EGR flow, insufficient flow, EGR insufficient flow, cylinder 4 contribution balance, and mass air volume. So yep, let's go ahead and run some tests. Okay, key on and engine off, passed. So let's get the data logger up. Okay, first off, right here, ICP volts is too low. So imagine it's probably leaking oil. Need an ICP sensor for sure. Volts are too low. Let me keep running some stuff down. Well, I thought I'd double. ICP should be 0.18 to 0.22 is what it should be. So I got 0.13, so it is starting to leak. I thought I would double, just reiterate that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do a cold start. Pick'em's all right, a lot of stuff's okay. Just cycled the key again. Here we go. Okay, shut off the compensation right here. This is the computer will compensate for a weak injector. When I hit this button right here, it shuts it off. It's throwing the stock amount of fuel to every cylinder. So looks like 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4 at a cold start. So we got 3 injectors. It starts okay, but when we're going in, if we're going into it, see right there, I shut the compensation, put it back to stock, and number 4 is still low. But shut off that compensation, it's kind of survival of the fittest right there. So we got 1, 2, and 4 are showing low. They'll really show themselves when it's a drastic cold start in wintertime. And I haven't driven it yet. We're going to go back, so at least the freaking drag. It's budget blowers whenever we have injectors. It did fire up pretty freaking quick. ICP built up. Let's go ahead and I think this is a stock EGR, so we'll go ahead and make sure that EGR stays on 0. We'll run a boost test here. O3s don't really let you run boost tests. Alright, we want to see MGP. I want to see it about 1.2 or so. Let's at least 0.7. That's way too low. See if I can cycle it and get it to come alive. 14, 18. 20. This is kind of like buzzing injectors in a 7.3. It's a kind of a temporary fix, but it'll tell us if we do clean it, maybe it would come back to life by just cleaning it, because it is getting unstuck right now. See, I'm up in the 30s now. 39. Still way low. It's about half of what it should be. But I've actually had them before where, a perfect one would be like 2 pounds. 50. I thought I'd just show this. I'll do this a couple of times, and then we'll see how high we can get it. All right, here we go. It's dramatically better. Here, I'll let you see it now. I've been doing it here for about 3 or 4 minutes. Look how much different it is now. 1.2 is about what it's been getting to. So that's pretty close, you know, we're getting there. Cleaning the turbo, you know, at least it's not completely seized. I mean, by cleaning it, it should take it back up, which 1.2 is pretty good. That's not bad. I mean, on a warm engine, I'd like to see 2. But the more you do it, the more I'm doing it, the higher it's going. See, I'm about to break 1 point. Yeah, there's 1.3. So I think if I keep doing it, I could probably get it to 1.7. So a turbo clean would probably bring it back up, which that's actually pretty good right there. We're good with that. I mean, the factory spec is like, I think 0.7. I think what they want to see, at least 0.7. So we're good. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let the VGT learn. Let me turn this back down. I'll let the VGT learn so I can take it for a test drive here. Cut this off. And we'll, let's see if 132 has been set. No 132B right now. Condition's not correct. It's not warm enough to learn vane strategy. So condition, that's VGT learn, and that's conditions correct. Conditions not correct, so no, the conditions are not correct. So it's going through the relearn right now. I don't know how warm it is. It's almost warm enough. Oil 134, I think it's like 150, something like that. Need a little warm up a little bit, but we'll keep this going. Let's check the injectors now. It's got a little bit of heat to it. See, they came back fairly well. 1 and 2 are still a little low. See what it does with a little load on it. Sound like we got an exhaust leak. It don't look too bad. 1 is considered is just faithfully low though. I'm giving it a little bit of power brake, about 1,000 RPMs. Just putting a little load on the engine. Look at 4 low, 1 low. 1 is, we got the number 4 contribution balance code, but number 1 actually looks worse than number 4. You can see right here's the numbers of each cylinder. There, 4 drops, 1 and 4. Damn, look at 6 too. I mean, none of them are out. See, that's a pretty good line right there. But while we're going in, there's absolutely no labor on injectors. You just have to buy the part. So it's a really serious time to fine tune these, and let's make sure they're all good. 4 and 6 are staying a little low. It's a freaking drag. Just a little bit though, but that's what sucks. I mean, we take it apart and put it back together. You know, it sucks to go 2 months and have number 4, number 6, 1 or 2 go bad. It'd be a freaking drag. Alright, I'm gonna pull this inside and get under the hood, take a look at stuff. Okay, I'm also seeing it's making, listen, it's making a pretty loud racket from that passenger side over there. The chassis is. Let's see what that is. And it does brake. When you brake, it does cut to the right. Well, it just now did. That was a concern, was it cutting to the right. Felt like it didn't really have hardly any boost. I need to just want to make sure that we get the boost and the power situation figured out. I'm going to drive it a little bit. Okay, I did notice battery volts are a little low. driving, it's just hovering at 13, so battery volts are a little bit low. Actually, they're coming up. I mean, it's with throttle. Just kind of, you know, sometimes some alternators do that. They're getting a little weak, so when you throttle it up, it actually bumps to 13.4, 13.5. So maybe we won't pick on it so much. Batteries might just be low from sitting for a couple days. Okay, I'm gonna go try it one more time. I got VGT Learn, it warmed up. No stuck vanes, no variance. So, map learned, everything learned. So I'm just gonna basically, there you go, now it's coming back. Right here, if I hold that and then I turn this up, that's when I want to see 0.7. Still a little low. Well, let's see what the EGR is. Oh, it's still at 0. Alright. Let's go drive it. Alright, I'm gonna have to check the map sensor, check the EVP sensor, which this is inferred EVP. I'm sure it's been updated. I'll have to look back at it and see, and check the mass airflow. Let's see here. I'm about to get on it. We're only getting about, well, no, red light. We're only getting about 7 pounds of boost. So there's no power at all. I mean, there's power, but not enough, not like it should be. So let me see if I can. I mean, it's showing okay now, which might be something else. Who knows? I'll check the map hose. Maybe it's just not reading it at the map sensor, and so it's, well, I don't know. Here we go. See if I can hold the computer and do it at the same time. Nope. Oh well. All right. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pounds of boost. So we're only getting 10 pounds of boost, so let's hope we don't wind up needing a turbo. We'll know when we crack it open. Okay, just figured, I mean, I'd run an EGR test. It's all good. If that line stays in between the green, it's all good. I mean, it'd be nice if it would drop down a little earlier than that, but it's all right. Everything's good. So it's not an EGR issue. I think we're gonna go ahead and do exhaust real quick, get that out of the way, make sure we don't have a restriction, because it's got 218,000 mile catalytic converter on it. So we might get that out of the way first. You see everything on the map is low. I mean, it's on the low side for sure, which could be a freaking turbo issue. Let's see where this shows, because this is no boost at all. Yeah, it's showing all right. It might be really leaning towards turbo, but we don't know that just yet. Okay, it passed everything. There's all the codes that were cleared out. It hasn't come back yet. We did get the contribution balance number 4. I mean, it runs good. You know, we're just being real nitpicky on those injectors. We have to be before we take it apart. It's real risky to put it back together when we're not paying attention to the injectors. Oh, it lost the learn strategy. That's the learn strategy right there. It lost it. Wonderful. Alright, let's let it run a little bit. Okay, we do have the wrong oil. So, now let's go ahead, and the brakes did pull a little bit. But not excessive. I mean, we definitely want to check it out, but right now I want to check out the 4-wheel drive. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to put it on fan, turn it on, it's blowing out of the vents. Okay? Look at the 4-wheel drive, let's see if it goes defrost. And it did. And it did. So, generally that is pulse vacuum up. So we'll try one of them out. This solenoid right here. Check the leaks first. We'll go ahead and pump everything down, make sure everything's sealed, but generally this pulls vacuum up right here most of the time. But I'm gonna go ahead and we know the oil cooler's coming out. Like, I don't even need to do anything. It's getting an oil cooler. We got to do a decent flush with it. We got to clean it all out. So far, we'll check it one more time. Yeah, we'll vac test the lines, but generally it's going to be that pulse vacuum up. Pick'em looks okay. Not sure about the Y pipe. I thought I heard exhaust ticking going on. Let me go ahead and shut it off, and I'll look underneath it. Okay, looking underneath, this has low ICP volts, but let's see if I can get it to focus way up there. Come on, focus phone. See if you, oh hell, you can't see nothing. Let me just hold this up there. It's pretty freaking dry out there. Pretty dry. We got a lot of leaks on the bottom, and it looks like bed plate. That is a picture book bed plate leak right there. Or, well, you can see the exhaust leaks. See that black? More black streaks there. We have exhaust leaks. See how his Y pipe looks. This side looks, this side, I can't see a smoking gun for a Y pipe leak, but I'll go in the front here in just a second and we'll look at a, well, let's see. I'm just looking around and using the phone as oh yeah, look at all that black crap right there. Definitely could benefit from getting these freaking exhaust manifolds off and resealing them, putting gaskets on it, and new hardware. It could benefit from that, that's for sure, because we are leaking right here. You see all that black? It is leaking. That was the ticking that we heard at the very beginning. Let's get under here, underneath the front, and see if we can see the camera crank sensor, because it would, I mean, we know it's leaking. It's leaking from the bed plate, but we don't want to go in and do an engine out job if it's just a camera crank sensor. So we'll check that real quick first. Hang on a second. Okay. Wow. Let's see if I can focus it. Now we'll have to check, you know, because it's hard to tell if it's power steering or if it's oil, because that power steering pump is completely covered with crap. I would put a power steering pump on it, damn near. I mean, at least clean it up, but a lot of times I've seen those leak on the main shaft of the pulley. Let me spin it around here. They'll leak on the main shaft, and it just makes a nasty mess everywhere, and there is no fix for that. But it is all wet everywhere. Could be that freaking, well, being all the way in the front, I mean, chances are pretty low that it's just a cam sensor. But it could be power steering fluid. Look at all the oil on the cat tube right there. Got a whole bunch of it. Crank sensor, don't see, well, no, the crank sensor is pretty dry. You can see it right there, right in the middle of the screen. If it's a leak, generally it's the entire engine harness is covered with oil. It looks like that crank sensor is pretty dry. But there is a lot of oil there, and it could be power steering fluid. Not sure if this thing has had a history of running low on power steering fluid, but let's check the suspension real quick. Holy crap, yeah, we got way more. Look at this. Yep, that is shot. Absolutely trash. If it's Moog, then it's covered under warranty. I mean, we can't replace it under warranty, but the part's covered. And this one too, look at this one. I know it's hard to tell because the camera keeps focusing, but that one's good. It looks like they weren't put on square. Let's see how this one looks. It goes up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it at the very end, it goes up. Okay, let's check the track bar. That is freaking horrible right there. We're hearing an ass load of clunking from that. Yeah, okay, keep going. Let's check this. This is the track bar right here. Let me look at it with my eyes. No, that side's tight. Let's see if this one is. Yeah, track bar feels tight. It's a linkage. That's shot too. Let me back up a little bit so we put focus in. See it moving around? It's a lot of clunking going on right there. Hopefully, I'm not sure that that's all the clunking, but that definitely is a major issue. This one right here is just shot. That's horribly shot. Now we did have pull into the right on the brakes. We'll just yank the wheels off for that. And I mean, as long as the slide pins are loose, as long as they're lubed up, we'll be okay. Freaking hubs are locked in, so I'll have to see if they're stuck. See if they're unlocked. Okay. Okay, that one's free. All right, stop, Julie. We unlock this one. At least his hubs aren't seized. A lot of times, those early model hubs like to get stuck. There it goes. Okay. All right, the hubs are unlocked now. Was driving around with the hubs locked in. That'll kill mileage right there. So now we've got steering. I need to clean it off. I'll probably, I don't want to clean it off and find out, well, I need to find out if they're Moogs. Because if they're Moog is lifetime warranty covered. I'll wipe this back off and see if it is. Hang on. Okay, let's see. No, they're not. I know Moogs cost a lot more, but this is the reason why you go ahead and get Moogs. They say problem solver on the back. We clean that boot off. Moogs also are labeled on the boot. They say Moog across the actual boot. And if these were Moogs, then all we'd have to do is to just be labor to replace them, because they'd be covered. But these are not Moog. They do not appear to be Moog at all. So, yeah, definitely need those inner tie rods. Both of them. And generally I would put an adjusted sleeve on it too. Might as well do it up. Put all new shit under it. New stuff. Sorry. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it on here. I just wanted to do a little rundown and see what's obvious to me on what's wrong, so we can get a little rundown. We definitely are. We've got a pretty good leak up there in the top. Well, on the bottom of the engine, but I think I would throw a yeah, look how wet that is inside of the pulley. I mean, power steering pump, you know, I would, if it was mine, I would just put a power steering pump on it. I mean, I'll look closer at it, but no more than they are. You know, and we've been doing Ford pumps, Ford power steering pumps. They last a lot longer than the part stores. So, you know, I need to double check on the price on it. But it could just be a line, could be a fitting, could just be oil. Oil leaks are a real hard thing to hammer down on these trucks to say definitively, oh, we'll fix that oil leak. The only way to really fix all of it is to go in and replace all the seals, which is a big freaking job. But we got the power steering pump is completely covered. You know, almost just start out fresh with a new one. But possible turbo, we have to crack that turbo open. That's we're almost gonna have to budget a turbo into it. And if the turbo's okay, well then we got a bonus. But depending on how rusted it is inside of it, I mean, I think he's driven the truck, he works the truck, so I can't imagine that the turbo can't be cleaned up. but it's a high-risk gamble. Take it off, clean it up, put it back on. But I'm gonna clean the map hose and all that, clean everything out. I'll make another video if I see something overly concerning, or if I find the issue of the turbo leak, I'll make another video of that too. Or I mean, those exhaust manifolds leaking could also cause that low boost. Absolutely cause that low boost. So it's you know, we got a lot of stuff working against us here on this truck. So I'll make another video when I see something definitive. Oh, look at that, the air filter's disconnected. See it up there? Yep. All right, have a good day, guys.